for someone who's waking up, they go to sleep for 3 hours, but then they're up. What about that person who's just like, I just want to know how to get back to sleep for another 3-4 hours if I could?
Yeah.
What's the quickest way I can do that?
I would say there are 3 things to keep in mind here. When I often hear that description, people will say, I always wake up at, it's about 3:15 in the morning, or it's 4:10, and it just happens so reliably. My first question to them is, how do you know it's 4 o'clock in the morning? That's your problem. You're looking at the clock. And knowing that it's 3:15 or 4 a.m. in the morning does you no favors at all. It's not going to change the outcome. So the first recommendation is remove all clock faces from the bedroom. It's okay to, if you really must do, keep your phone next to your bed, but keep it out of sight, even though I would strongly recommend that you keep your phone in the kitchen, or even better still, a friend of mine recommended recently, just put it in the garage. Put it in your car in the garage, and that way the amount of motivation effort to go and get your phone within the first 10 minutes of the morning is very, very high, meaning you're probably not going to do it. So let's baby steps. Let's just say crawl, walk, run. First thing to do, just make sure you can't see any clock faces. And if you wake up, resist the urge. Because as soon as you start doing that night after night, you're actually training your brain, reinforcing it to wake up at 3:15 in the morning. So we've started that. The next question is, well, what should you do about it? Don't tell me the fancy remove the clock. Help me. At that point at night, either if you've woken up or you just can't fall asleep, it works for both of these. The problem here is that you have to get your mind off itself. Because at that moment, when you're awake, you start thinking, okay, I'm awake. This is now going to just obliterate my day tomorrow. I've got that important meeting. I'm now going to be underslept. At that point, the anxiety starts to begin. Then you start thinking, oh gosh, I remember now I didn't do that one thing that I should have done for tomorrow morning. And then I've got to do that thing for next week.